Okay, so we have to start some reviews for the final. This will not be. It's only going to be a partial review for the final because it's going to mostly deal with exam one material. Exam two and exam three, we have all the videos that I made and all the exam two and three review videos that I made. So I'm really concentrating in this. I'm concentrating on this as far as this is concerned. We on exam one material. Okay. So sorry about that blemish there. I meant to bring this thing down. Right, there we go. And before I start, I think I'm going to have to go get the eraser and get that junk out of here. Okay. The hard eraser. Come in here, and did that work? Yeah, I got that to work. So let's see, can I get this to erase? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we finally can get started. So here's the story. We're dealing with Math 108 final review, and this is the first. There's probably going to have to be a couple of them. Mostly on exam one material. All right, let's get started right away. Problem number one. Problem number one is not really a problem. I just want to refer to you that there's some important. All the videos important, but there's something really important for you to see. It's on the exam 3 review, number F, and has the one with the angles. You'll see it over there. There's something over there with an angle, an X with a degree angle, X degree angles. Go see that video. That is important. Exam 3 review F. It has to do with exam 1 material, and that's why I wanted to alert you to. So there's certain things I'm trying to alert you to. This will not be comprehensive, but there's certain things I want to get done in these final review videos. Okay, now we're actually going to do a problem together. That was a reference. I'll make a few references probably, and I'll do a bunch of problems as well. Okay, here's what I want to show you next. What if you have 5x minus 3y equals negative 3? And here's what they want from us. They want the slope and they want the y-intercept. That's what they're gunning for. Okay. So we've got to isolate y on the left-hand side. That's exactly what we need to do. And then we will get our slope and our y-intercept. It's going to be, I'll put this in parentheses, we needed to turn it into the y equals mx plus p form. And that has a name, there's a name that it has. It's called the slope-intercept form of the line. Okay, just to remind you of some of that stuff. So what do? My goal is to isolate y. I do minus 5x left, minus 5x right. This is gone. Minus 3y. Now, when you write the right-hand side, put the x first and then the number, minus 3. Okay, divide by negative 3 left, divide by negative 3. Every member of the right, divide by negative 3. This is gone. You get y equals, this is 5/3. The negative and negative cancel out. That's very important. Either put the x in the middle or put it on top next to the 5. And the minus 3 over minus 3 also cancel each other out. So this turns into a plus 1 because 3 over 3 is 1. So it turns into a plus 1. What's my answer to the question? Well, here comes the slope. It's 5/3. And here comes the y-intercept. It's 0, 1. The x coordinate will always be 0 when you're talking about the y-intercept. So here's my two. Here is my two answers. Okay, problem number 2 is done. That's what they wanted. All right, now for here's what we want to do for our number 3. Hold on, let me bring up the paper, make sure it can be seen. Okay, got some space there. Number 3. Okay, so now what if you have a situation where you've got a Venn diagram, right? So this is material from exam 1. Most of this is, there might be some exceptions, but mostly that's what my goal is here. Okay, and then there's numbers in there. I used to put points in there, but I see when they do it, they don't even bother with points. They say, well, 1 and 2 is member over here. Let me call this A, B, and C. 1 and 2 is a member over there. 6 is a member here, belongs here. 5 belongs here. 3 belongs here. 9 belongs here. 7 belongs here. 4 belongs here, and there's a little bit more, and that is there's a box surrounding it, the universal set. The universal set, a box around all of them, and outside all of them is 8 belongs here. Okay. What if they ask us, what if they ask you, us, whatever, B union C intersect A prime? Okay, and now they want us to they want it in roster set, right? We've talked about roster set. And there's one other piece of information I want to tell you. And if you can't find anything that belongs there, this happens to be the symbol that you would use. That means the null set. This is not the answer. I'm just giving you info here. This is info. I'm not saying that this is the answer. So if there's nothing that can go into the roster set, you would put this symbol in there. That means there's nothing in there. The null set is in there, and that's it. Okay, so let's work on an answer over here. So first go out and look at the parentheses. C, you got to be in A prime, meaning outside of A. Outside of A, you can't be in A. And you also have to be in C, right? So you got to be outside A and in C. So far, that parentheses, and this is scrap paper, is going to get me 9 and 4. But now, we'll also take you if you're in B. So 9 and 4 is good, but we'll take you if you're in B. If you're in B, we're happy with you, right? Okay, so if you're in B, that means I don't care about that this is in A anymore. It doesn't matter. 6, 5, 7, and 9 are in B. 6, 5, 7, and 9 are in B, right? So we'll take you if you're in B, or if you're in this contraption over here. So we'll take you if you're part of this, or if you're part of this. Now there's an overlap, the 9 and the 9. Don't repeat them twice. So what's the total? What's my final answer? 4 gets into the final answer. So does 5. So does 6. So does 7. And so does 9. But do not put 9 in there twice. And problem number 3 is done. Okay, I have some small questions about concerning number 4, so I can afford to put them over here. They won't take long. What if you're asked to change 43.16% and it's supposed to become decimal? You're supposed to change that into decimal. All right, so where does the decimal place go? If it's does it go to the right or to the left? Answer is 2 places to the left, and therefore in decimal the answer is 0.4316. That's the answer. Another question, one more question just like this. That's question A, 4A. Here comes 4B. What if you're asked to change 3.6, that's decimal, into percent? Okay, where does the decimal place go? To the left or to the right? Answer, to the right. So it goes 2 places to the right. 1, 2. and a gap opens up that you have to fill with a 0, 360, and then you tack on the percent sign. And 3.6 in decimal is 360% in percent. And that's the answer for 4B. 4B. Okay, now we are finished with this video. We sort of don't have any more place, so we can move on to the next one. This is our first for the final.